The Northwest has several major routes to accommodate trucks that are passing through the province. And today, the Truckers Association of South Africa is hosting a one-day safety awareness campaign. That's as the country has seen several incidents involving trucks recently. Our reporter Ntokozo is in Bapong this morning and joins us now live. Ntokozo, good morning. What is the Northwest province doing differently?
Good morning, Katlego. As you rightfully said, there's a lot of traffic that does pass through the Northwest. And to give us a little bit more insights on what they are doing different, I'm now joined by Paul Stone, who is the Chief Director of Transport Management in the Northwest. Paul, can you tell us a little bit about the province, obviously on the back of what the country has seen happening in Boksburg? What is Northwest doing differently when it comes to transport safety?
Good morning, and also good morning to all the viewers and listeners. In the province, we have our plans normally that we plan throughout the year, as well as then when festive period is arising. So this year, we also looking into not only truckers, but also your normal vehicles as well, to ensure that we ensure safer roads to our road users. So in the province, we have plans, and we have identified our, we call it HAZLOC areas. So that is normally your area where incident is prone to happen, or that normally happen in those areas. So we've deployed our traffic officers, more visible policing on the roads. We also work with our stakeholders like your SAPS and other law enforcement agencies to ensure more visibility on our roads, and also to make sure we reduce speed of people by enforcing the law on speed, for an example, extra operations on drunken driving, to prevent all these crashes, because one fatality is one fatality too many. So we want to prevent it, and we want safer roads for all our road users in the province. And I think for now, we have an 11% deduction. If you look into the same period of last year, our figure is still too high for ourselves, but we hope and pray that we will reduce the figures even more for the coming few days. As we all know, tomorrow will be a very critical peak period, as well as before schools opening. So we are, according to our plans and executing our plans so far, it assists us this year. And definitely we hope that it will assist us to reduce crashes even more, so that whenever we go back to in the end of this festive period, our road users were safe on our roads.
Now, those measures that you mentioned obviously include civilians using the roads. But what are some of those hotspots when it comes to specifically the freight industry, the trucks and so on moving through your roads? What are some of the hotspots that you've identified, and how have you worked around that?
Some of our hotspots is on your N4. It is your Pretoria to Mafikeng road, and it is when you approach Rustenburg. There's an uphill, for an example, where trucks reduce speed dramatically due to the incline. And what we did is we have deployed our traffic officers in that area to make sure when truckers go that the vehicles behind them can, for an example, see, this incline, and trucks are at a lower speed. Also on our other N12 routes towards Potchefstroom, where you go to Christiana, is at some of the other areas. Mainly our challenges is when it comes to uphills and downhills, where truckers, accelerate very slowly and then go downhills. So what we did is we deployed our traffic officers there to make sure that whenever vehicles approach these vehicles from the rear, that they can see. The effect that we currently have is major when we deploy traffic officers with blue lights. So luckily it's got an impact for us for now, and it assists us. So most of our challenges are on the end, your national routes, where your speed normally is 120, but your truckers are traveling at 80 kilometers and sometimes even less, to a 40 due to the uphills.
Thank you so much, Paul. Of course, that was Paul Stone, who is the Chief Director of Transport Regulation here in the Northwest. And he's telling us that, being proactive seems to be part of the solution of getting those accidents down, where stakeholders, including his department, where they deal with the transport regulation, work with other stakeholders proactively to avoid any accidents from taking place.
All right, that is our reporter Ntokozo coming to us there from Bapong in the Northwest.